I definitely need this. And this one too. Yeah, so I'll need this. Yep, I'll need this node. And I'll also need capsules. So for now, yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. Ah, of course. I already have a satellite that I think I can put into this orbit. But I'm not launching a new satellite just for that. Oh well. Yeah, I won't do any of that yet. Because I need to launch another satellite. However, with my improved technology, now I think I can launch a lighter satellite that has the same capabilities. Not sure. I still have the same engine selection, I believe, so... Yep. So I'll stick with this launcher for now. Put a badass satellite on this thing. Eh. Whoa. And I don't need quite as much of that. Now. Thought I had an electrical node. I guess not. It's an utility. Yep. And here's our solar panels. Now this satellite is very slightly lighter than the previous satellite. So if I use the same launcher... Oh. Huh, looks like that loss of weight on the top satellite. What the frig? That decouples there, that decouples here, these decouple here, okay. So, that decouples here, that decouples there, and this... Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, I know what's happening. It's saying that because I'm leaving the pod behind. But, one thing I can do is I can make this stage slightly larger. No, I can't. Something was just glitched. Do I have any better guidance pods? I thought I would have researched one. Yes. 2-meter guidance pod. Yep. Okay, that should be much better. And now, I can put 4 engines on the bottom of this. The reason I want the extra delta V is because I'm going to try for a polar orbit. That way I can get more Earth biomes, so I need about 500 meters per second more. And I might screw up the gravity turn at some point, so... I'm going to call this one... So this one's polar orbiting. Yeah, I'll still stick with the Kerbnik series. So this one here is Kerbnik 2. So, Kerbnik 2 will be launching into a polar orbit. And it's only 9,000 funds, too. That's not too bad, considering what this thing can do. I managed to research solar panels, so this thing can actually stay in space until its orbit decays, and I should be able to get science data from it later on. Kerbnik 1, which I just put into a basic 28-degree inclination orbit, that one has trouble due to the lack of solar panels. It'll run out of electricity in a couple days. Which is fine, because I got science data, I think, from pretty much every biome I can reach from a 28-degree inclination. Except for maybe mountains. I didn't get a mountains biome. Or highlands, if there is one. Oh well. So, this is Kerbnik 2. It's a pretty big rocket, but that's because I'm still using the first generation rocket technology. I'm getting contracts for lunar flybys, but that's not practical with this particular tech level. I'm using early Russian methane oxygen engines based on the V2. So, 5, 4, ignition sequence start, 2, 1, and detach. And we have cleared the tower. Bringing up the orbital information tab so I know where the heck I'm going. And let's see if I can get this thing anywhere useful. Alright, beginning gravity turn. Alright, let's see if prograde hold works. And 1 minute to first stage burnout. I like the plume effects for real plume. I must admit, they are impressive. The methane engines have their unique plume shape. Notice the ISP isn't great, but they do the job they got to. These will get me into space today unless I fuck something up badly on the ascent. We should be past max Q by now. Approaching Mach 2, 3 Gs of acceleration. 25 seconds to first stage burnout. Yeah, we're already above 95% of the atmosphere at 20 kilometers. So I'm going to detach my fairing once I get up to first stage separation in 15 seconds. I'll be over 30 kilometers by then, so it should not be a problem dynamic pressure-wise. Alright, 10 seconds to first stage burnout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And first stage burnout, first stage separation, and second stage ignition. I said second stage ignition. Come on. Stupid spacebar. Altitude 50 kilometers. Speed 1470 meters per second, accelerating at approximately 1 G. Two minutes to apoapsis, that's good. I want to stay roughly 2 minutes to apoapsis. Almost the entire way up. It looks like I'll have plenty of delta V though, so that's a good sign at any rate. I should be able to get into a reasonable polar orbit with this, thanks to the stretched stages. Although it's pretty funny that I'm using actually over 1.5 meganewtons of liftoff thrust on this thing. Like, my thrust ratio between my first and second stage was much higher than normal. Like 7 or 8 to 1. But that's because of how inefficient those early first stage lifter engines were. Yep. So I'm going to start correcting my inclination now that I'm above the atmosphere. If I tried doing this lower down, the side slip would probably break my rocket apart. Because I want to get my inclination as close as I can to 90 degrees. That way I'll fly over the pole. And 125 kilometers. Space starts at 140, by the way. So we're approaching, I don't know, spatial insertion. Nice, gravity scan data. Thought I already had that. Oh well. Oh, and that was a contract I had for science data and space around the Earth. Yep. Let's do 2 times time acceleration, so this thing goes a bit faster. It'll be a little bit harder to fly, but I can fix that. I just don't want as much gimbal. That is the equivalent of lowering the proportional gain on the SASPID controller. So that makes the response slower, but it makes it more stable and less oscillatory. It's part of control theory, really, where you have a trade-off between the speed of the response and stability for most of these kinds of systems here, for feedback control. Alright, 3,000 meters per second. Gonna be in probably a 300-something kilometer orbit by the time it's all said and done. "15 seconds to second stage burnout. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shit, we're slowed down. 1. And second stage burnout. Second stage separation. And third stage ignition. Ah, dang it, we got a little bit of roll on the go. Oh well, I can cancel that with the Attitude jets, I do believe. Probably not. Oh well, we are now spin stabilized. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably a good thing. Should have much better luck staying stable on the way up. They did that actually with the early Mariner and Pioneer probes. Did I seriously run out of electricity? No, so what the heck? Oh, that was a probe that had SAS disengaged. Alright, that wasn't me. That was one of my discarded booster stages that had a probe core on it. Alright, our inclination is essentially 90 degrees. 326 kilometer apoapsis in 1 minute and 37 seconds. And we're going to have enough extra delta V to get up to a probably maybe 1,500 kilometer apoapsis orbit. So let's just speed this up a little bit. Alright, 1 minute 40. I'm just trying to keep this thing roughly set straight ahead. It's a little bit unstable, but that's fine. And 7,000 meters per second, 40 seconds to stage burnout. And we have reached orbit. Let's see how high this thing can get. And 5 seconds to third stage burnout. Oh, this thing got higher than the last one. Nice. Third stage separation. Now, am I getting any kind of solar energy from these? Yes, I am. Nice. I'm not producing enough electric charge, it doesn't look like. Oh, well, that's fine. Look at the Great Lakes. So there's Toronto down there. US, so Niagara Falls is about here. Detroit down there. Lake Superior. And here's Hudson Bay. Let's activate this super antenna. So the last thing I got left to do is, well, collect some science data over the poles. But I'm also going to try and raise my paraapsis a bit when I get to the apoapsis. That way I can stay in orbit longer. I have the orbital decay mod on, so Have I gotten gravity scan over water yet? Yes. And of course I got no connection because this gosh darn satellite... Oh. It's just because there's no stations. Really? Oh well, that's fine. I'll find some land eventually. Especially if I can get up higher. Some station in Siberia or something will help me out. Ellesmere Island, I think this is. Something like that. I think that might be the North Pole there. Oh, I got a connection somewhere. Fairbanks, nice. Well, something isn't picking up. Of course, now I get something over the highlands, but not the poles. That's weird. Maybe I already got the poles somehow. Oh well, the mountains biome should be down here somewhere. And Apoapsis is in 40 minutes. Hello, whoever's watching, by the way. It's insisting that there's a couple people here. Ah, hey, Death Shepherd. Now, see if there's anything new over here. It's kind of night right now, but that's more or less just because I'm in a polar orbit, so I'm going to spend... You can kind of see the mountains, though. I'm not sure. Maybe that's moonlight reflecting off the ice caps on them or something. Okay, yeah, here's the mountains biome. So, I'm going to warp to my Apoapsis and I'll circularize there. Well, I don't think I have enough delta V to circularize, but I want to raise my Parapsis a bit so my orbit doesn't decay. And we are now in daylight. The Kerbnik 2. With its attitude control jets and avionics, battery, antenna, which I probably should be pointing at Earth, by the way, but I'll fix that. Alright, let's fire off these jets. Nice. Looks like it's winter in Antarctica right now, based on how far the sea ice is extending. I should get enough science from this mission to research the next generation of rocketry. See if I can get to 500. Yep, close enough. Now, see if I can get any science data from over Antarctica. That's the last place I think I haven't got science data from. No, it looks like I've gotten everything. Except for I can't select any of my science instruments. There we go. It just has to somehow select them from literally inside of... Oh, and now telemetry. Speed things up a bit. Alright, that's our science. So, back to the Space Center. That satellite just stay up there long enough for me to get some science data from it if I need it. Alright, 46.3 science. So I could go for this. Yeah, I need this one first. Yeah, something's glitched. Oh well. I want the RD-107. Probably going to want this too. I'm definitely going to want that. And I know I'm going to want the Agena at some point. I don't think I want either of these. Definitely don't want either of those. Yeah, I don't need that either. And for some reason it's not letting me research this node. That's weird. I'll just try leaving it coming back. Possession? What the frig is this? Put a satellite in a tundra orbit around frickin' Mars. This is why I can't have nice things. Come on. I'm not gonna do anything crude yet because I don't have the technology, but I'll do the lunar stuff because those contracts I got plenty of time. Okay, and of course now this one works. Alright. There we go, and I think I knew I needed this one. Yeah, so I need 30 science to do basic capsules. So, I think I'm going to do a re-entry mission first. So I think the film return camera will give me some science for that. Gonna need a new rocket though, because that other one was kind of bad for that level of technology. Do I need Najina? Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. It's slightly heavier, but is in general a better module. Actually, I can put this up here. Dun dun dun, super antenna or something. Now I'm gonna need some parachutes. And now it's ugly as fuck. Put them here. And now I'm gonna need some RCS. And let's see what I got here. How heavy is this thing? Yeah, this should be plenty. Yeah, I'll just stick with hydrazine. Hydrazine. Way too heavy. Alright, let's check this one now. Let's see if it picks up. Yeah, okay, it picked up. Nice. Gonna need to move these a bit higher. Alright, so that heat shield should be quite useful. This whole thing weighs about as much as a pod. Mainly because of how much hydrazine I'm carrying. I really don't think I need this much, but fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Not forgetting anything science-wise. Nope. Alright, so I'll just shove a decoupler here and put on a fairing base. Yeah, 2 meters, plenty big. So, what's the best third stage engine I got? Probably this thing. Oh, nice, I have balloon tank technology. I love balloon tanks. They're balloonish and tank-like. So if I put this stuff here... Oh. I do not want to detach the heat shield at the same time as everything else. Alright, 37, 38... Gonna need ullage motors. Yeah, that should be good. $215 to $311. Yep, I'll use the best engine I have available for general principles. And avionics. Should have known better than that. Where's my 2-meter guidance unit? There we go. Might be able to just do this as a 2-stage design. Yep, I probably can. Well, it'll be close. Do I have anything to have small booster? Besides a freaking baby Sergeant Rock. Well, actually, this thing doesn't even need to reach orbit anyway. Like, theoretically, yes, it should, but all I need is to get to 6,500, so if I'm just barely suborbital, it won't really do anything. Okay, these are way too heavy. There we go. Now, fairings, 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 fairings. Can never have too many fairings. Meteor 1 for our first re-entry capsule. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing into a condition where it can re-enter. Alright. Activate SAS. Set throttle to full. Now, I don't know how long this engine takes to run up, so 5, 4, 3, engine start, 2, 1, and release clamps. Alright, and we're good to go. No, I don't want this till I'm in space. Thank you very much. Beginning roll program. Beginning gravity turn. Alright, now that I got prograde hold, I can double speed this. And we are now supersonic and probably at max Q. Altitude 20 kilometers, Mach 2.5. Mach 3. I'm a little high. I'm going to pitch down a bit. 1 minute to first stage burnout. "40 seconds to first stage burnout. "30 seconds to first stage burnout. I'm going to correct the launch path again because this thing is starting to get ridiculous, acceleration-wise. Alright. 10 seconds to first stage burnout. First stage burnout. I'm going to wait about 30 seconds. All right. Now, first stage separation and second stage ignition. Okay. If you don't want to ignite, you don't have to second stage, but we fixed it now. Holy shit, too much gimbal. Much better. Alright, 5,500 meters per second. About a minute 30 to apoapsis. $6,200 meters per second. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, now time to deorbit this thing. Oh yeah, I got plenty of delta V to slow this thing down. I'm gonna set about a 70 kilometer per apsis. Maybe a little lower. Of course, now I get a remote tech connection. It's probably just over the horizon. Alright. So we have deorbited. There's Hawaii. Alright, and we have entered the atmosphere. So, I'm going to set this now to retrograde hold. Oh, yes I did. Thanks, Prodi. Okay, I already got all the telemetry and my science data is stored, so let's see if this thing can survive a real solar system re-entry. See, am I going to come down in roughly the right spot? I'll probably come down somewhere in this range. That's good. $119 kilometers. Not really getting any heat yet. Although I'm still quite high up. Usually it's around 100 kilometers when things start to get a bit hairy for re-entry. Yep, I'm starting to decelerate now. Very slowly, but soon I should start to get plasma, probably at about 90 kilometers, I think. I'm playing in a real solar system and realism overhaul, so it's a slightly different dynamics. Excuse me. Aha! Starting to get some heat now at 90 kilometers. Also starting to descend a good bit faster. There's Socorro Island and then the Mexican coast. Nice. Oh no, I might come down over Mexico. I don't think Donald Trump will like a Mexican space probe. Well, 80 kilometers. Getting about a quarter of a G now. Still above 7 kilometers per second, though. It'll take a while to slow down completely. Oh, nice. Get some new science data. Yeah, I'm going to come down somewhere over central Mexico, I think. My RCS is just trying to hold me retrograde. I might as well burn off all my old hydrazine anyway, as much as I can. Yeah, I still got more than half a tank left. Okay, now we're really getting some plasma. 2 G's deceleration. Oh, this is our solar system here. This is Earth. Yes, there are missions. Right now, I'm doing a contract for, what is it called? Recover a craft from orbit. And then I got some moon flybys to do after that. So basically, my next mission after this is going to be to try and send something to the moon. Oh, God. Well, 5Gs. Yep. This is the Realism Overhaul Suite with Realistic Progression 0. So even the parts are changed around. So it's more like they have real rocket engines. If I get to the tech tree, I'll show you what I mean. Yikes, 6G's deceleration. It's not too bad, though. Should peak at about 7, I think. Yep. So we've shedded off most of our velocity now. Still decelerating pretty dang fast, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't need RCS anymore. 30 kilometers. We should be going subsonic by 20 kilometers. Yep, and we're subsonic. Alright, let's deploy the drogues. Yeah, I'll leave the heat shield on for now. Oh, 5 kilometers. 4 kilometers. 3, 2, 1, and now full deployment at 500 meters, 250, 200 meters. I'm still fairly high up, aren't I? Oh man, yeah, I'm landing on a spot that's 10 kilometers high. Yikes. This heat shield might break. Nope. All good.